Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. It is time to get your meat on.
Yeah, absolutely. A gorgeous new restaurant opening in Vancouver, Black+Blue. We are very happy to be joined by executive chef Dennis Packham. All right, Dennis.
Good, how are you guys?
I've heard about your opening. I didn't make it to it, but I heard you guys, when it opened, it just went off. It was crazy in there.
Yeah, I haven't experienced anything like that before in my life.
It was lots of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So
now we have to talk about Black+Blue. The concept of the restaurant is obviously vegetables.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of steak on the menu. So when we opened, we had 16 different cuts and weights throughout the restaurant. We use 4 different brands of meat, and I brought a couple of the
now
brands
let's start over here with this thing that looks like a brick is actually salt.
No, I love it. By the way, you missed it, but Chef just picked up the steak out of the burning hot skittle, turned it over like it was no big thing.
Tell us about the salt and about how you use that in the restaurant.
Well, Imad tracked down all these salt bricks. They're Himalayan salt. So he imported them, and then at the centerpiece of the restaurant is an aging locker. And so the back wall is all these bricks, and then they're backlit.
And it's beautiful, it's backlit.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
How much have you learned about the aging process? I mean, you probably learned a lot before, but I mean, it is part of the science behind great steak and great meat, period.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it was the first time that I've dry aged meat myself. The chef de cuisine of the restaurant, Jason Labahn, has some experience, so we've been kind of playing around with the locker itself. And the first time we put meat in there was a little bit of a shock because of how quickly it was aging the meat.
Did you make jerky?
Yeah, a couple items we kind of had to.
Because the salt really, it just brings the moisture out of the room.
Yeah, it just soaks it right, like it just sucks it right out of the room. So, and being as the whole wall is salt.
That's a lot of salt.
Yeah, it's a lot. So we just had to make some adjustments.
Now, what the heck is this?
This is, it's on the menu.
Brontosaurus, I
yeah,
believe?
it's our tomahawk ribeye. So it's a long bone-in ribeye.
Sure is.
And then,
Yeah, normally when people see
ounces.
ribeye, it would be like chopped.
Yeah,
oh,
it's,
I see. We've got it. Under
yeah, we've got another one there, so as you can kind of see, it's a little bit different. But it's essentially it's the same thing.
For every piece of meat is different, but I mean there are characteristics that you look for depending on the cut that you're using and everything else in terms of marbling and stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean they're all graded differently, and then throughout the brands that we use, I mean this is the highest end that we have. This is the Snake River Farms Wagyu. And we sell actually quite a bit of that in the restaurant, and the quality is just spectacular.
And you guys have great tableside service. It's old school steakhouse style. Maybe you can explain a little bit about how the restaurant works.
Yeah, you know, during service, we have captains throughout the room, and we do a lot of tableside service. So we do Caesar salad as a starter, so they'll come and make your Caesar salad at the,
on the side,
table. Yeah, and then a couple of desserts. We do crepe Suzette and bananas Foster
Boy,
as well.
is the decor ever beautiful in there.
And the restaurant, it's gorgeous. It's a couple floors, and then there's a rooftop, which people will be able to enjoy when we get nice weather eventually.
Yeah, and in spring, the rooftop will open up, so there'll be a separate kitchen upstairs and another. Yeah.
You forward looker, you.
Well,
like, spring, are you sure?
I say spring, but as we all know, Imad's quite ambitious, so probably late January.
Yeah, that's okay.
Now, what steak did you cook for us today?
This was off of the Wagyu beef.
The good stuff.
Yeah, so just a nice quick sear on both sides, nothing in the oven. I like the Wagyu nice and rare, medium rare.
I agree with that.
Yeah, so just have that rested, ready to go.
Is there that trick? I mean, people hear about different things about, you know, how your steak is done and everything. Is there anything that you use, or is it just a touch for you?
Yeah, I mean, I just over the years, like, you just get a feel for it. And I know a lot of people say, you know, hold your finger like this and this and this. I never did that. I kind of was thrown into, the first time I ever got thrown into a meat section was at West, way back when David Hawksworth was there.
You better get it right.
Yeah, yeah, so it was kind of more out of fear that I learned it, you know, so, but over the years, like, you know, you just kind of get used to it, and as you see, like I use my hands a lot with it, and even with the. Do you have
any feeling left in your fingers? Because you really did not use a utensil.
Just not for heat, just for tactile. And you brought some sides with it as well, or some things to.
Yeah, a couple of things, and then we'll just end up finishing it off. But
how important is it to let your meat rest?
It's really important. I mean, to kind of let the meat rest and all the juices kind of relax and stuff so they don't run all over the plate. And then carryover cooking, of course, helps with getting the temperatures right.
People get that wrong a lot when they cook at home. They pull it off when they think it's ready, and they should be pulling it off a few minutes before that.
Exactly, and giving it a couple of minutes to rest up, and then when you slice it, it'll be...
So let's slice her up and see what we got going on here. Now, did you season it before you...
I did, yeah. I seasoned it with some coarse black pepper and some coarse sea salt, and then just straight into the pan. I did this one to the pan dry, just because of as you can see, the fat content in the steak.
It's got a lot of marbling.
You don't need it.
No.
Yeah.
So that's the way that I did this.
Okay, let's slice her up.
Use a dull knife for this process?
Yeah, really dull.
I don't want to touch that knife, buddy.
Look at that.
And what do you...
For all our vegan viewers, we apologize.
We've had vegans in the restaurant, and of course, we're able to accommodate them and stuff. So.
Now, what about the sides that you guys have? Because you have some amazing things to serve with the steak, of course.
Yeah, at nighttime when you come in, you order your steak separately, and then we've got a side section, and then also we give you 4 different options for your sauce. So you get all the sauces. So you get a chimichurri sauce, a peppercorn sauce, red wine jus, and a béarnaise sauce. So if you order a steak, you get all 4 sauces.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, and then
you get a little bit of everything.
Yeah, so you can try it with everything.
Yeah, you don't have to make a choice and stick with it. You can play around a little bit.
So while Chef is plating this up, I'm going to tell you that you can check out the Meat Locker. Black+Blue is located on Alberni Street if you want to pay it a visit. It is absolutely amazing. So what are we putting with this?
I'm just going to put a potato and truffle puree. So I'm just going to heat this up really quickly. It's already been finished. And then so I'm just going to adjust the consistency and the seasoning and then plate that up.
How integral to the Black+Blue experience are reservations for you guys right now? You guys are pretty full up, aren't you?
Yeah, at dinner time especially. It's really difficult.
Make them in advance.
Yeah, it's really difficult to get in. I remember maybe our second weekend, it was Friday night, and my girlfriend wanted to come in with her friend. And
Please
I was like,
yeah,
sure.
No.
No, I said, yeah, sure, of course. So I went to the front desk and I was like, oh, can I get a reservation at like 9:30?
No.
And they're like, it's full. And I'm like, you're kidding, right? So I was like, sorry.
I was
like, sorry, you got to come at 10:30.
All right, well, let's plate this up here.
Yeah.
If you want to check out Black+Blue, you can make a reservation. Good luck with that.
In advance. Unless you know Chef, then he can get you in around midnight. That's it.